Hi everybody, my name is Kim and welcome to my channel, Bookmarks and Breadsticks. If you're new to the channel, special hello to you, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the description below so you can stay up to date on all of my food book exploration. As a reminder, food books are not cookbooks. Food books actually cover food writing, which can be anything from food memoirs from chefs and food writers and etc. It can be food history, like the history of tacos around the world, or it can be things like food and travel, a la think about Anthony Bourdain, who's traveled the world and tried to quite literally eat everything in the world. Today, I am actually participating in a tag. I think tags are really fun, but I often don't find too many that are applicable to me since I don't read a lot of fiction. But when I saw the used book tag, I knew I had to participate. So we're just gonna run through these questions. I have my phone here, so sorry if I'm looking down a little bit, but I'm really excited and let's get started. So first question, do you buy secondhand books? Oh my gosh, yes. And now that I've started to buy secondhand books, I almost never wanna buy hard copies or brand new books again. I buy a lot of my books here locally from a nonprofit called Open Books. I've talked about them in a couple of my videos, but Open Books is actually a nonprofit that helps create writing programs, reading programs, and scholarship opportunities for the Chicago youth all the way through high school. So you can go to their physical location and buy used copies of books, and all of your money is going right back into the community. I have bought quite a few books from them since discovering them back in March, and they're about a mile and a half walk from my house. So if I, on a wonderful summer day, not today because it's actually raining outside, I will walk to pick up my book, and it also cuts down on the shipping cost. You can also have a membership where it's $25 for the whole year and you get 10% off every purchase. Again, you don't have to live in Chicago to participate with this great nonprofit. They actually will ship anywhere in the United States. So think about joining, think about becoming a member, or at least think about where you're putting your dollar when you're buying your books. Second question, what is your most recent book purchase? So over the weekend, I bought a book from biblio.com, and it's The Temporary Bride, a memoir of love and food in Iran by Jennifer Klinek. So hopefully I said her last name right. I am half Iranian and I love that this is a food memoir. It sounds like from at least the back cover that this woman is learning to become a chef and somehow is going to become a temporary bride. I don't quite know what it means, but anything to do with Iran and also connected to the food world, I was really excited to sign up for. It was published in 2017 and I got this for, with tax, $4.21. So third question is, what condition of a book, especially a used book, do you find acceptable? I am pretty accepting of all kinds of books. I don't mind if someone else has read it. That means somebody enjoyed it, or maybe they're unhauling it. One of my purchases from Open Books, it actually has one of those library cover sleeves on it, and I don't mind it. I think it's actually exciting. The funny part too about this book that I got from Open Books is that it ended up being autographed. And I think that is one of the coolest things about buying used books. You're never quite sure what you're going to find. Now, if the whole cover's been ripped in half, or there's an actual page in the book missing that's going to inhibit my experience of the book, then I'm gonna have an issue with it. I know one time I bought a book, it was a fiction book, I think it was in high school, by Sarah Dessen, and something had happened in the printing where there was like a smudge going down the center of the page. So there was just pieces of words missing, and I actually brought it back to the store and they just gave me another copy, which was fine. But if I'm trying to write in the letters to form words, that's a little bit of a level I can't accept. Fourth question, after you have read said book, do you keep it for a reread or do you redonate it? I honestly keep almost all of my food writing books, as you can see behind me. I love my food writing books. They bring me a lot of joy, not to channel Marie Kondo. I also try and loan out these books behind me to families and friends. Sometimes I'll buy people their own copies, or sometimes I'll do a book swap. If it's a book that I've bought that's used that is not from food writing, such as like a book maybe I used in my business days, or nonfiction from the business world, I have donated books before, and I do think that's a healthy thing to do. 5, do you have a favorite place where you like to go when looking for secondhand books? I talked about them at the beginning of this video. I'm in love with Open Books here in Chicago, but don't forget they do offer free shipping for any purchase over $20 anywhere in the continental US. 6, hardback or paperback, do you have a preference? I don't. I think I grew up with the experience that hardcover was a very special occasion. My parents would buy us hardcover books for birthdays, for holidays, and they always wrote in the inside cover like, "To Kimberly, love mom and dad." So I've always had a special relationship with books. But as time goes on, I find that these paperbacks that are a little bit of a harder paper or cardstock, I don't really know what the book is made of, to be quite honest. It's a little bit thicker, feels a little bit more resilient. I really don't mind it. I think there are paperbacks when you think of like the Harlequin romance novels that are a little bit of a more paper cardboard material. That I'm not that fond of, because I find once you get that cover wet, it's all over for that book cover. Question 7, have you found any real gems? I just mentioned it earlier, but when I bought Serializing America, which is a whole book about the history of cereal, think like Trix, Kix, are you a Fruit Loops fan? Let me know in the comments below. The book ended up being autographed by the author, which is amazing. I find that food authors don't do a lot of book signings unless it's a memoir from someone. So to find a book that's like food history related with an autograph in it is, to me, the biggest steal of my life, and I got that book for under $10. Go ahead and tag someone. So I'm gonna tag 2 people. I'm gonna tag Spinelli Speaks, who is spending the whole month of July celebrating her birthday, which is awesome. And I'm also going to tag the Curly Reader, because I just saw her do some, not book tours, but she was looking at, oh my goodness, I'm totally gonna forget the name, but they're those little libraries, those little houses that stand on the end of people's driveways or in public places where you open it up and you can donate books, or you can take books out of the little library. So I hope those 2, I hope you guys participate. So that's the end of the used book tag. This was a lot of fun. I think there are lots of great ways that you can help small businesses or your nonprofits like Open Books, where instead of buying from a big Amazon or a Barnes & Nobles, you're buying from a place where your dollar is gonna go farther and help the community. So this is my used books tag. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below, and let me know, what is your best used book steal? And have you donated books? Do you usually just donate them to your library? Let me know, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Happy reading!